Yeah. Don't look like much of a deer hunter right now, do it? I think it's good, yeah. It's probably I'll be shooting the bow for long. Oh, it's about time to go big buck work. I'm sick of this. Sick of this. Let's go. Down here.
Smoked. Look at that deer. Oh, thank you, Lord.
I don't think I'll ever top this.
It just don't get no better. Look at that, guys. Well, hey guys, Jeff Danker here. Welcome back to the channel. Kind of excited about today, what I'm going to talk about. It's been just a little bit. We've had a few little deals go up, but today we want to talk about the Wallahachie Ranch. This is something that's probably a lot of you are familiar with, of me hunting up there. I actually got to start hunting in there about 2004, 2005, and a friend of mine had bought that ranch, and he was committed to making it better. And so I got to be a little bit a part of that. I mean, this guy, he put windmills on it. He put new fence on it. He put a alfalfa pivot on it. 80 acres. We had about 55 acres of dry land that he was committed to. And anyway, we planted alfalfa in that pivot. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it's maybe still to this day the most special place that I've ever put my feet as far as deer hunting goes. This place was actually, is actually not too far, within a couple miles of where the Kansas King sheds were found. If you're familiar with that buck was 216 inches, is what they were guessing with the sheds and the approximate inside spread, and it would be the world record typical today. Beating the Milo Hansen buck. So very special ground, a very special genetics up that way. And so this video's a lot about that. It's a lot of the bucks that we filmed off that. And guys, in 2006, I was fortunate enough to go up there in the summer. I think it was July 26th, 27th, somewhere in that date. And I actually sat above the Duramax diesel motor that actually run the pivot. You know, if we talk about a pivot, that means a water, a circle. And we had a house built kind of like a shooting house above that motor, and I crawled up in there. And back then we had SD cameras, so that's what you're fixing to see. Many of you guys may not even know what this is. This is a mini DV tape. This is actually what we used forever back in the day, and we literally have thousands of them. That's 1 hour of footage, and the only way to watch it, there's no fast forwarding really, is just to watch it. So Cole and Dylan and the guys are having to go through all these from back in the day, and 1,000 tapes. But let me just tell you, the Wallahachie Ranch, we have a lot of these with it. And right now, we're just wanting to roll some tape on July 26th, I believe, of 2006, of an alfalfa field up there at the Wallahachie Ranch of 2 giants and a ton of other big bucks. But 2 of these giants end up right beside each other in July. Just take just a few minutes and enjoy this footage, as I enjoy watching it every time. Well, this deer, again, it's standard footage, and so this is the best we have, but this deer right here is the deer we called Ali. He was a fighter. You see that he has the big double main beam, just a giant. We knew that he was probably all over the 200-inch mark. and just an unbelievable deer. And we didn't know the deer, never had known the deer ever before, showed up on this alfalfa field. And I believe that is the power of what I try to teach is, is in those areas where you don't have a lot of food around, if you put the food in the summer is when you can steal a lot of deer, and in the January, February, March. So anyway, unbelievable buck. And this, guys, is another deer. This is one we called King Kong. This deer actually I saw the year before as a big 8-point and just a giant, and tried to kill him that year, but this deer turned into an absolute giant. Now here's King Kong sheds that year that you're going to get to see, and we had him, we say 200, we found these sheds with the estimated deal we give him, he was 199 inches. This is a giant, 27-inch main beams, 50 inches of mass, just a giant deer. You see just, and just, see how blunt he is. I just love the bluntness right here. This was just a pig, but an unbelievable deer. And to see these two deer end up like you see them side by side out there, and then there's a ton of other deer that kind of catch your eye, but not with these two deer in the field. Just an unbelievable time in northwest Oklahoma, and why we at Buck Ventures thinks it's so much of special ground up there, because all the years hunting, I've never seen something like that you're watching right now. Literally, guys, there was, before the night was over, and I say that, probably an hour and a half before dark, there was 99 deer on that alfalfa pivot. There was 65 bucks. And when I say that, I'm talking about, there were some good ones. There was, in my estimate, there was two 200s, being King Kong and Ali. You'll get to see some of a fight that we filmed him on September 8th. September 8th, right after he lost his velvet, just whipped the fire out of 165-inch deer. So, and again, to see these two big bucks, 200 inch, there was a time they were 5 yards apart out there. And then, guys, I'm estimating another 5 bucks that were probably close to 170. Just an unreal place, and it's always kind of given me the strategy up in that country, whether that's southwest Kansas or northwest Oklahoma, of getting food to grow, and preferably alfalfa. I truly believe alfalfa is the -- 1 food in Oklahoma, but getting it to grow in that country, you're not competing with a lot of other green stuff. This particular ranch, the Wallahachie Ranch, with that 55 acres of dryland wheat and 80 acres of 80 acres of alfalfa, I truly believe it was drawing deer from 4 to 7, 8 miles away, and they end up on that farm. And again, I shot so many big bucks up there. I mean, we just dropped the perfect 10. A lot of y'all hadn't even saw that on YouTube. But all that said, guys, as we look back at that, one reason we bring this back up is we sold that ranch. And when we sold the ranch, some guys bought it. They shot some pretty good deer, but they turned it more into a cattle ranch. They put cows on it where we never had cows. Unfortunately, then the fire got it. The big fire out in northwest Oklahoma, you know, 5 or 6 years ago, burned up that ranch, and so it burned a lot of the stuff. And actually the ranch just took a big tumble, and it went down on what we had it to be. And so this last year, I was fortunate enough to have some guys come to me and say, man, we just got the Wallahachie Ranch. Would you like to help with it? And I said, yes, I would love to help with the Wallahachie Ranch. And so when I went over there, I took Cole and Dylan and Chancey, and I was so excited for them to see where we had done this. And I went to a particular place where we put our camera every year, and you might get 40, 50 different bucks on it right there on that alfalfa field. And of course it wasn't alfalfa, but we literally put up a camera and got 3 or 4 does in a 2-week period. So the ranch had took such a tumble. And we began to work on it this year. We planted alfalfa. We've got some milo going in this year. We got the feeders going, and so here we are. And we started to get some pretty good bucks on it. Nothing great big yet, but the rebuilding of the Wallahachie is what we're starting, and we're documenting it as we go. And we want to bring that documentary to you when we get done. So be looking for that. You know, might be a little bit down the road, but we think that we might have some giants there already within a 1-year period. But again, guys, just kind of reminiscing, sitting in here with Cole, the studio, and you know, and it's just what we do. We go through some of this old footage. I mean, these are on the mini DV tapes, right, guys? I mean, that's what we're having to go through in here. So the standard footage, we do apologize for it, but that's just the way it was back then, you know. That's the cameras we use. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's show. I hope you enjoyed just all the footage and just reminiscing, and I hope you're excited to look forward to what we're going to bring, you know, as Cole puts this together, and we're filming this. I think it's going to be a fun project. I think it's going to be something that you're really going to enjoy. That, you know, I think I shot 4 booners up there over a 5 or 6 year period, and then I shot several other 150s. So just an unbelievable piece of ground. And now I'm back on it, so I'm excited. So look forward to that. Guys, wherever it is, make sure and subscribe for us. We'd love to have you on here. We'd love to have you knowing when we drop new videos. Hit like, hit subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Folks, we've been here for 2 days. It's actually going to be hunting time in the morning, and we waited for the last second, as we always do, to get all our stuff together. So first hunt of the year. We're a little unorganized, but we're not on the hunting side because we filmed 3 really good bucks tonight. Probably one in the, I'm guessing 190s. Maybe the other one's 200 inch. But anyway, what we're going to do in the morning, Kevin and James are actually going to a blind. We're going to try to play it safe for the morning. We don't know too much about them in the morning, so we're going to set back from far. They could get them killed. I'm going to be off about 250 yards, maybe with a double angle. But anyway, we're going to finish up tonight, hopefully get in bed at a decent hour, and get out of here sure enough early. But we'll catch up with you in the morning.